For the sky, boy.
Conductor, we have a problem.
Out there, it's your man's 8-Track Brown. The PW Hustle continues, okay? The special edition of the PW Hustle, the Netflix documentary, Mr. McMahon. Now, we saw the first part, and of course, the first part was a bunch of stuff that I already knew. A few nuggets of things that I didn't know. So let's just see if part 2 has a few nuggets of things that I didn't know, because the whole thing, for the most part, is going to be things that I already knew. I already understand that after seeing the first part. The second part is called Heat, all right? So let's just see. Let's just get right into it, okay? Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, donate to the channel, donate to the Cash App. Follow the PW Hustle on TikTok at PW Hustle. If you're on Facebook, join the Hustle fandom group, okay? Links will be in the comment section and in the description below. All right, let's get into it. McMahon, Episode 2, Heat.
These wrestlers were not unionized. They didn't have medical protection.
Jesse tried to start a union.
There was definitely a need for a union in wrestling.
Jesse tried to start
That's
one.
what Jesse Ventura.
Exactly.
Please welcome Jesse the Body Ventura.
Man, Hogan. Yo, Hogan is such a piece of shit.
Jesse.
And then, no, don't get me wrong, I get it.
Union and undermine Vince.
I'm here to make sure that Vince McMahon tells it like it is.
You know, I was on Vince McMahon's team all the way, so I went straight to Vince. I said, hey, Jesse's stirring shit up, man. You know, he's trying to start a union here, and next thing you know, you're going to have a bunch of wrestlers walk out on you in Madison Square Garden, and it's just one way.
He admitted it!
Hulk Hogan stoozed him out.
Hogan ratted him out. The whole thing was a sham. It was something he pulled out of the air.
No, it wasn't a sham, nigga.
We should get together. And quite frankly, no one in the locker room would ever get behind Jesse.
So what Vince would do, he called each wrestler.
I don't believe that at all. They were getting behind him.
Everybody that showed for this meeting would not have a job in the morning. So nobody showed up.
Unionizing never happened. And I think it's actually less likely to happen now.
He tried.
Right before
he tried. And he just said, to hell with them then. I'll just do acting and I have a SAG and I don't need the union. I tried to help. I don't care about freaking WrestleMania or anything. We all know about WrestleMania 3. And if you say, hey, Track, I want to see your reaction to WrestleMania 3. Nigga, really? You want to see my reaction to what I know about WrestleMania 3? Forget that. Let's just move forward to the shit that's a little bit more entertaining and the things that I don't know about.
Andre, he never told Hogan whether or not he would allow Hogan to win the match. And Hulk kept coming to me. Just talk to Andre, just talk to Andre. I said, yeah, I did. What do you say, what do you say?
Well, that's one thing. That's one thing I didn't know. I really thought when Hogan said that Andre called it on the fly, I thought he was lying. Vince backed it up and said Andre really did. So I always thought he was lying when he said he didn't know the outcome to the end till Andre said so. So I'll apologize for Hogan on that one.
His name alone can generate millions of dollars of revenue. And when he performs at indoor arenas, he has attracted bigger crowds.
I will always love that song. I'm sorry. The Pope. Hogan could come out tomorrow in a freaking Ku Klux Klan uniform, and I'll still love that song. How you can't hate? I'm a real American. You can't. I don't give a damn if you are the leader of the Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? I am a real American is like living in America. You can't hate that song. You got niggas out in freaking in the Middle East. You know, let's not bomb today. You know, I cannot stand America, but my God, this whole Hogan theme song, real America. Let's not bomb today. Let's listen to I Am a Real American. Who didn't have those, bro? Everybody had them joints. I just hated them. I hated the poses because you couldn't really, you know. I mean, I liked them, but I hated the fact that you couldn't move the arms and the poses were stupid.
Start by getting in shape with a Hulkamania workout set.
I had the workout set. My brother had it.
Hogan wanted to be in part of Hollywood. And I'm going, oh, God, I'm going to lose Hogan to Hollywood now. And I said, Terry, look, if you want to do a film, I'll do one with you. Of course, I knew nothing about filmmaking. So Terry and I decided, well, all right.
Is this when he made No Holds Barred? Yeah. There's No Holds Barred.
The movie, the Hulksters, you've never seen him before. No Holds Barred.
Hey, I love that movie. I'm sorry. Zeus.
It's not the world's worst movie.
What's that smell?
What's that smell?
Dookie. Dookie. Dookie.
I'll do this great movie.
It was a cult classic, though.
Everyone's going to want to see it. Not exactly the way it worked out.
Nah, Vince, that movie aged well. People still love that movie. It was a cult classic. I'm sorry. Rip 'em.
When did you know the Hulkamania was starting to fade?
Oh my God, it's so bad that you love it. I'm sorry.
The whispers of the Dr. Zahorian trial and the whispers of all this other stuff.
In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, next Monday, a doctor
Oh,
will
the
go on
steroid
trial,
stuff. The
charged
guy who
with
was selling
prescribing
steroids.
anabolic steroids to several professional wrestlers.
To my right, Dr. George Zahorian, thank you very much for joining us here this week.
Dr. George Zahorian was appointed by the Pennsylvania State Athletic
I
Commission.
know he made it on TV.
For WWE. His role was to make sure that all the laws of the State Athletic Commission were followed.
Now you see,
He would be in our locker rooms and things of that nature. And he began to sell steroids to our talent.
pause. Now this is why I say that when people try to say that wrestling isn't a sport because it's predetermined, I keep telling people that technically, by the definition of the word sport, it is. And they say, "Oh, predetermined." I'm like, when you read the definition of sport, which we're going to do right now, I know this is going to be a back and forth with a lot of people, but let's just read. An activity involving physical exertion, a skill in which an individual or team competes against one another or others for entertainment. Competes. It doesn't say that it has to be, it can't be predetermined. It just says competes. So even if it's fake, they're still competing. Technically, the WWE and AEW and the WWF and all those other places before it were competing against each other in a predetermined fight, but they did so with the hopes of getting your dollars. So you had guys who were doing things that was predetermined, but they were doing it in an entertaining fashion to get your attention. So it was a physical activity, and it was a physical activity. It was an activity involving physical exertion and skill. And individuals or a team compete. The WWE is a team. WCW is a team. They competed against each other, and they did so by having these predetermined physical matches. So by definition, it's a sport. And since it's a sport by definition, they have to answer to an athletic commission. If it was never considered a sport by definition, they would never have to answer to an athletic commission. Movies don't have to do that. Lucha Underground didn't have to do that. The circus does not have to do that. The Harlem Globetrotters do not have to do that. They don't. But wrestling does, because technically, by definition, it is a sport.
You know, like people go to Starbucks in the morning before they go to work. People take steroids because they're wrestlers or actors or baseball players or hockey players or football players.
All them niggas was on steroids,
It was
especially
an era
him.
where steroid use in sports.
Not that I gave a damn. When my father explained to me what steroids were, I didn't care. And he told me he was on them too. I was like, okay. But he wasn't, he wasn't an athlete. My pops just worked out.
Steroids early on, they were legal. However, when they became illegal, that's when it became an issue.
Following Reagan's
okay. I didn't know when they put it in this. I know they made it illegal. I just didn't know when. I thought it happened in the 70s.
Steroids were categorized as, I believe, a class 3 substance.
I'm going to go on a limb here. Pause. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and this is just my way of thinking based off what I know now and what I discovered and what we discovered, and I think they knew this a long time ago. I think they made steroids illegal because they knew that shit would help fight AIDS. That's just my opinion. Because now you have a lot of AIDS, people who have AIDS, they take steroids, and it's almost like a fucking miracle drug. From what I've been told, it was better than AZT. But AZT was for HIV. I don't think it was for full-blown AIDS, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But this is just my theory, and I'm just realizing this now. And I seen that Reagan made that shit illegal, and it was class 3. I believe they saw some shit where it would help AIDS, and they said, nah, we're going to make this shit illegal. Because they didn't care about gay people dying from that shit. And it was mostly them that was suffering from it back then. But that was just me. A diatribe there. I'm digressing from the point at hand, which is the show. So here we go. This is another thing I know all about. It's a steroid trial. Okay.
And we had just started.
Oh my God, the WBF.
Federation.
Here comes the World Bodybuilding Federation.
I've always
Gary
enjoyed
Strider.
bodybuilding and physiques.
Yeah, I bet you
So I
did,
thought
because you
maybe
was
I
gay
could
as
get
nigga.
these bodybuilders to perform various routines and add a lot.
What the hell? Whoa! Whoa! Did this nigga really go out like what the f? This nigga's got on a KKK mask! Wow! Yo! That was the shock of this episode for me. A big ass, buff ass nigga wearing a KKK mask and what the f was he supposed to be doing? What was going through his head? Even back, yo, had I... Oh my God. Here we go.
Do it. Turned out not a good time to do that. Because bodybuilders, all they do is take steroids. So the writing's on the wall. This is not going to work.
There's a newspaper columnist, Phil Mushnick, with New York.
Oh
Times.
shit!
Nice here, but there's nothing nice to say about it.
Okay. Listen. Pause. I think we owe Phil Mushnick a fucking apology. I mean, listen, he might have exaggerated a lot of things, but overall, I think we owe that man a huge apology. He wasn't lying about Vince. Here we go.
I don't know why he has vendetta, still does, against our company, against our form of entertainment. Against me, I don't know why.
Because he's a dirtbag.
Kaidi Tong.
Royale and professional wrestling over new allegations of sexual harassment by top officials in the sport.
I remember seeing this story. I was up late at night watching it on the news, waiting for the honeymooners to come on right after Cheers.
Going on at the time, and one accusation is that someone from our organization
okay.
was coming on.
I know about this too, but I'm gonna stick with this because
The
this
Ring Boy scandal began with a fellow named Mel Phillips.
Gave a black man a chance, and he was a pederast.
I learned there were others involved.
Pat Patterson.
Terry Garvin.
Yeah, Terry Garvin.
Executive in Connecticut. And Pat Patterson, one of McMahon's
I think Jim
top
Florentine
executives.
said a WWE wrestler molested him. I think he said that.
Pat was gay and openly
Yeah,
gay.
how the hell did he survive all of that?
Prospered and became a top guy.
For real. I never understood how he had success. He must have had shit on people.
And Terry Garvin propositioned me when I was 16, offered me cocaine and all kinds of drugs to have sex with him. When I refused, I was let go from the company when I was 16.
Jesus.
Turning a blind eye to some of the things that were going on. But I don't think anybody could ever prove anything. It was kind of like, how do you prove it?
That's what it came down to.
Eventually,
somebody's
Vince
words
settled
against someone
with
else's.
Tom Cole, Mel Phillips, and Terry Garvin. They were let go and never worked there again.
Pat Patterson stayed
resigned,
though. He resigned, but he came back at some point.
We all knew Pat was doing this stuff. I didn't like Pat because he kept grabbing my pecker in the locker room.
He what?
He would grab my pecker. Yeah.
Nigga, what?
Did you guys complain?
To who? He's the booker. He's the number 2 guy in the office. To who?
Vince.
You know nothing about the wrestling business, don't you?
Nah, I don't know much about the wrestling business. And I don't know much about the space program. But what I do know is if you touch my penis, man or woman, without invitation, I'm punching you in your fucking face. Straight up and down. I'm dead. Not even a woman could walk up to me and just grab my dick. No. He should have beat that nigga's ass. I'm sorry. That would have been it. I'm not a wrestler no more. I don't work here no more. What happened? The nigga touched my dick and I punched him in the fucking face. That's exactly what happened. You're on the next job interview. You used to be a professional wrestler. Yes, I was, sir. What happened to that? Well, one of the guys touched my dick and I beat the living shit out of him. So if you want me to work here, fine. But if you touch me on my penis, I'm going to beat your ass. That's it. Like, I don't give a shit. Listen, life takes precedence over a dream. And if you grab my penis on more than one occasion, I'm killing you then. Nah, man. No. That's an automatic death sentence, bro. Are you serious? Nah, nigga. Hell no. Here we go. That I didn't know. What? You must have liked that shit. Tony. Now I see why you and Rocky Johnson didn't get along. He told that story to Rocky Johnson, and Rocky was like, why you ain't punch him? He made him a bunch of excuses, and Rocky was like, yeah, this nigga sus. Here we go.
You either take it or you go home. Who you gonna complain to?
Vince.
For what? To get fired? He needed.
That's why I would have left. That's why I would have beat his ass.
Those who seemed to eat it up were the scandal shows, like the Phil Donahue kindness show.
I remember this.
Being accused, Mr.
This is when Dave Meltzer was on this
an
shit.
Organization that looked the other way while these sex harassment activity was taking place.
Donahue was an opportunity to stand up for himself.
That was a
I don't
mistake.
think it went the way he wanted it.
Damn sure. That was a mistake. What the hell was he thinking?
Who was dating who was sleeping with who.
Do you remember any of those?
Well, you know what? Let me try to do. I'm trying to be really cautious on doing this. I don't know what they want out in the open or not.
Rita Chatterton, and you take what you want from that. Oh, she's actually pretty.
First time ever, a lady referee. One of the things was an alleged rape that never happened.
I don't know about that now.
Into oral sex with Vince McMahon when I couldn't complete.
Should have bit it off. Should have bit it off.
He got really angry.
But it was consensual and
those people looking at it like they don't believe it.
A rape. The statute of limitations had run out. So I mean, it's all kind of crap like that people are digging up and trying to find something on you.
Whoa. He didn't just... Wait a minute. What?
And actually, had it been a rape, the statute of limitations had run out.
He did that shit. He did that shit. You gotta read between the lines with certain shit. He's saying it was consensual. I didn't even know they had a sexual... I just thought she accused him of rape. I never knew that he said it was consensual. It's my first time hearing him say that it was consensual. First time hearing that he actually had consensual sex with her. Maybe I heard it before and I don't remember, but I just don't. But forget that. If it was rape, the statute of limitations is up. That nigga did that shit. You don't say nothing like that if you didn't rape anybody. In fact, that's the last thing that you're thinking about. Oh, the statute of limitations is up anyway. That's something you say if you did it and you know you're getting away with it. He did that shit. Yo, I don't give a fuck what any of y'all say right now. Did you not hear what he just said? No. Listen, Hold on for a second, man. Hold on. I gotta make a call. Yo, you said you saw the Vince documentary, right?
I ain't finished yet. I'm up to episode 6. I haven't done it yet.
Okay. Did you see when they were talking about Rita Chatterton?
Who's Rita Chatterton?
The referee who accused him of rape. This nigga said, first of all, he did that shit, bro. He did that shit.
He said it was consensual.
Yeah, not only forget that. Did you remember what he said after he said that?
Remind me.
He said even if it was rape, the statue. Yo, I said, who says that shit?
That's like O.J. Simpson. If I
would have did it, I said what?
I was like, what the fuck? I remember seeing it now. I was like, why would he even say that?
Cause he did it.
Even if I did do it, even if it was rape, the statute of limitations.
Exactly. The only other person I know who would talk like that is Donald Trump.
Yes. Yeah, and they're good friends, birds of a feather.
He said, even if I did it, the statues. I said, what? I said, yeah, that nigga's a rapist. I was like, yo, he did it. He fucking did it. I don't care what anybody says. There's some things where it just takes that one thing.
I don't think you're gonna find too much opposition on that. You know, I think people will side with you on that. I don't think there's too many people that don't believe that he didn't do it.
That shit is insane.
Mm-hmm.
He said.
I'm watching this documentary. The documentary makes him look bad a little bit. It doesn't make him look half. I mean, I haven't seen episode 6 yet, but it doesn't make him look half as bad as they made it out to be.
I mean, all because I am seeing that this is shit that we already know.
Right.
You know, but I didn't know. To hear him say that, I said, holy shit. He's guilty.
Yeah, he most likely did.
He's just like, yo. Out of all the things man, and I said to myself, maybe that's the one that he watched it and he said, shit, I said that out loud. Damn it, I don't want this thing. I gotta cancel this. Yo, he's unreal. I'm gonna finish watching this. I'm gonna call you back. Later. Y'all know that was Billy Ray Valentine. Y'all know Billy Ray. I had to call him. I had to call somebody. It's one of those things where you hear it, you gotta call your homeboy. God damn. Here we go.
The Justice Department has indicted the most powerful man in professional wrestling in this country. Not a wrestler, but the man.
Oh, this is a steroid scandal. I already know about this. I do not want to sit through this. And I'm not. So I told y'all this was gonna happen. I'm just gonna stop it right here because, like I said, I told y'all this documentary, when it comes to wrestling documentaries, it's a bunch of stuff that someone like myself already knows about, you know, and I'm seeing the steroid trial. I already know about this when Hogan told the government he was going to tell the truth and the government was expecting him to flip on Vince, but he didn't flip on Vince. He was already working at WCW at the time anyway, so it's like, you know, I'm going to do this last favor for you, Vince, and I'm out of here after that, you know, and that was it. So we'll move on to part 3, screw job. I guess we all know what that's about, right? So, if that one is the same way as this, you know, it's gonna be just as, you know, I'm gonna cut it off too. You know, let's just hope that there's some nugget of things in there that I don't know that, you know, I find enjoyable or whatever. But if you're sitting here saying, "Oh, come on, Track," I told y'all, I warned y'all, okay? I warned you, so don't say this is unfair. Bottom line, Vince raped Rita Chatterton. That's just the way I see it. All right, look, like, comment, subscribe, donate to the channel, donate to the Cash App. If you are on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at HRACBrown, the number ATRAC Brown. All right, follow the PWHustle on TikTok at PWHustle. If you're on Facebook, join the Hustle fandom group. Okay, links will be in the description and in the comment section below. I'll see you guys for the next one. This nigga Vince is disgusting.